Hi, I'm Dennis Kutchera, your candidate for the NDP in Sackville-Beaver Bank, and I'm here with Gary Burrill, leader of the New Democratic Party in Nova Scotia. Gary, why should the people in Sackville-Beaver Bank vote for a guy who has never been in politics before?
Well, that's not a bad credential to have not been in politics before at all. Most of the real great contributions that have been made, many of them in our party, are from people who came from no background at all. I'm a minister in the United Church. I was in my 50s before I first ran for politics, and I was well in my 50s before I first served. So I think it's an advantage to have someone who has a real life experience with a real family. And making a real living, and all the things that involves, as opposed to someone who's been around that kind of milieu all their life. I think that's a great advantage, and it's a great advantage to have someone like yourself, Dennis, that has experience, particularly in this sector that is so much front and center in the conversation around this election about the film business. Mm-hmm. You know that what the Liberals did to the film business is kind of a one instance of what's wrong with their overall approach. You know from the inside that for them balancing that budget was so important that they were prepared to destroy what Bette McDonald calls this beautiful industry, so marvelously suited to Nova Scotia. We know now from the PricewaterhouseCoopers report, every dollar that people invested in the film business, it brought multiple returns, and you know that we're standing in a party that we take the position that when if we're given the opportunity to govern, we will reinstitute that film tax credit, and we will reestablish to get back to where we were, and then to advance with all the wonderful things that the film business provides for us in Nova Scotia. You don't know that from a book or a pamphlet. You know that from your working life.
I've lived it all my life.
Absolutely, you have. So
my son has carried on in that legacy.
Yes.
And Gary, he had to end up moving away.
Yes.
He was going to settle here and buy a house.
Yeah.
And now he's out of the province following the work.
Well, this is it exactly. So that we know that after the film tax credit was axed, that all across the province, particularly for that year from the spring of 15 to the spring of 16, that there were just an incredible amount of experience and people that left the province because everything just dried up completely. Well, the same approach they've taken on so many different fronts. No investment in education, no investment in healthcare, no investment in nursing homes. And we see what happens when we have this pattern of no investment. We, as a province, we get in real trouble. So people that know about this from their own personal working experience, I think, are exactly the people that the people in Sackville-Beaver Bank would wish to have. And I think you're very well qualified to represent them, and the people. It's a privilege for the people of Sackville-Beaver Bank to have you as their candidate, and certainly it's a privilege for us in the NDP to have you as our candidate in Sackville-Beaver Bank.
Gary, thank you so much.
You know, that's incredible.